6:47 a.m. We're cutting it close this morning, but we're out of the house and on our way. Absolutely my idea of a good wake-up song this morning. This picture of Yates Mill is one of my personal favorites. Black and white treatment with a little bit of selective color on the holiday Christmas time wreath. Just really like how this one turned out. Yeah, the streaming's cutting in and out again this morning pretty bad. Bummer. Took off a couple songs we were really digging. It's kind of hard. You feel deprived when it skips to the next song, but yeah.
I'm looking for cops for my mom. We found a guy that loves to hang out at this UPS loading dock. Let's see if he's here.
Nope, not this morning, but there's still a flurry of activity delivering all those holiday packages.
However, over here, I saw a cop yesterday. Let's see if he's here. Nope, not today. I wonder if all those cops have gone.
You guys have a good day, okay? I love you. Bye. So a couple of weeks ago, construction fences went up around Moore Square in front of Marbles Kids Museum, and I wondered what was going on. And then some people came along and decorated the fence, which I grabbed some video of. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you got to have a construction fence up, I'd rather see it decorated than not, right? So I went and I read a little bit online, and apparently the park is going to be closed for about a year. And they're basically preserving all of the historic oak trees and other things in the park that people care about, but they're going to add restrooms and a little cafe area and just redo all of the cement and walkways and planter area type things. So I'm sure in the long run it'll be really nice. It's right across from Marbles Kids Museum where kids and families hang out. So that'll be cool. But I wonder what they're doing with the acorn this year. You know, New York City's got its crystal ball that drops in Times Square, and Mirrorball, and Raleigh is the city of oaks. It has its acorn that falls, and it usually falls in Moore Square. So I'm sure they've moved it somewhere this year. I've just not heard where yet, but that'll be interesting. Wow, though, a whole year it's going to be closed. That's a long time to move dirt around and build some planters in a bathroom, but I understand these things take time. I'm not sure what that is, but whatever it is, it's loud. Really loud. It's low to the ground in the front. It's sweet looking, but it's loud. And it's not electric. I'll pass. Honestly, really, do we need all of that noise? I know, different day, repeat. I went back and forth between Walmart or Home Depot, but I want to pick up a string or two of LED lights to light up that tree on the dinner table and light up my Christmas village. So I think Home Depot has a little bit better selection of LED versus incandescent. So I thought I'd try here first. They're having a big DeWalt event today. So I ended up getting 25 C9 bulbs on a green wire. I don't know if this is going to really work or not, but Home Depot's easy to bring stuff back to. You know, they had either C3 or they had C9, and most of the boxes were 50 bulbs, and I certainly didn't need 50, so we'll give this a try. When I pull up and the cats hear me, Mittens often comes running to the window to see who's in her driveway. Very cute.
So I was sitting here watching my YouTubes this morning while Marianne took the boys to school, and one of the shows that I watch is a Autoline Detroit. It's about 7 to 8 minute recap every day, Monday through Friday, of the news of the auto industry. And the journalist, John McElroy, who I respect, he made a commentary, and he said that, you know, that 30% of the, that less than 2% of the auto sales in the U.S. are hybrids, and that there are over 30 models available for consumers to choose from. And they just, you know, they're just not really selling. And there's a lot of reasons that the industry says, you know, that gas prices are down, the styling, that there's a price premium for the hybrid. You know, you could probably come up with 3 or 4 of your own. But he said what he thought was that the car manufacturers are missing is that people don't want to be branded as a greenie. I mean, you can be a person who is concerned about the environment, but not be an environment wacko. And you know, and they feel like because hybrids, from societal point of view, people tend to label you as or assume that you're an environmentalist wacko, potentially. So he said that car companies could probably increase their hybrid sales significantly if they would just take all the hybrid badging off the exterior of the car. And I sit here thinking, I say, well, you know, that's possible, because I remember Mary and I having this conversation about a minivan. It's like I said, you know, you could probably count on one hand the number of guys who've walked in, single guys walked in and bought a Honda Odyssey minivan. It just isn't going to happen. They're not going to do that. They're going to go there and buy the Honda Pilot. You know, family guys or guys with kids or single moms, even they'll all go buy a minivan. But you know, I don't think single dads even will go buy a minivan. They'll buy the Honda Pilot, and it's just you know, there's a context that says, you know, you're a soccer mom if you drive a minivan, or, you know, and not that there's anything wrong with being a soccer mom or a soccer dad, but I think that his point's valid, that this badging with, you know, great big green leaves and green all over the emblems and all this stuff, you know, maybe that, you know, that's been there, done that. Maybe you ought to try his idea. And that brought me full circle to Tesla and their Model 3. They're not putting any badging on the Model 3 except for the Tesla T. And it is not because they're trying to be labeled a greenie. I think it has a little bit to do with the whole confusion. I think the Tesla's public statements have been that, you know, this kilowatt and that kilowatt. There's a lot of people, they just, you know, kilowatt and kilowatt hour You know, it's just they don't want to know, or it's just confusing. You know, certainly there's a, you know, bigger is better mentality in the U.S. What was I was Bubba likes big. So you know, maybe someday they'll put badging on there, but I don't think so. I think that they probably should just stick with no badging. For example, you know, there's 60 kilohertz S's, and you can upgrade them software to 75. Well, they don't rebadge them; they still say 60 on them. So as an owner, you're going to spend a lot of time explaining why you actually have a 75 kilowatt hour Model S instead of a 60, which is what it says on the logo badging. So I guess you know, it's just better just to stop doing it. That all that badging is so like 20th century.
Well, I've left Non watching the football game and probably taking a nap, which I would be doing if I wasn't leaving to go shopping. He's gonna pick up the boys because Joey's got a project. He needs help making a video tonight. I think I can help him handle that. Yeah, he knows how to use WeVideo a little bit now too, but in case he gets stuck, I'll provide some input. Michelle can't go with me today. Yeah, it's really a bummer. I don't enjoy Tuesdays anywhere near as much when she's not with me. Don did offer to go, but it's not the same. Girl shopping, you know, and he went with me last week, so I didn't want to wear him out. But yeah, I'm gonna take off and do my normal thing. Probably get home about the same time the boys do, a few minutes later, and we'll get started on Joey's project and hopefully a couple other things I want to get done around the house tonight. You know, Ruby doesn't talk to me, but coming alive with the little tail lights and then self-presenting the door when I come close, that's kind of her way of saying hello, right? All right, have bags, have cooler. I'm ready to rock and roll. Looks like they're changing out the leaf flags for something a little more festive. Oh yeah, snowflakes. So look who made a surprise appearance up at Guardian Angel. Yeah, she just couldn't stay away. Well, actually, it's kind of my fault because I called her with an emergency jewelry evaluation request that she just couldn't pass up on. But yeah, we ended up having a good time. It was so good to see you. I needed to see you. All right. Her hubby's on vacation today, so she's got to go back home now before she gets
take care of my other kid.
Yeah,
right?
before she gets in trouble. But yeah, thanks for letting me borrow her for a little bit, Sean. Appreciate it.
Thank you, honey.
It's 57 out there. Celebrate by Kool and the Gang's playing. And I got to spend some time with Michelle. I'm feeling perky now. Yeah, I'm all perky. That and some shopping will do it every time. Well, that was certainly a pleasant surprise that Michelle was able to catch up with me for a little bit. I'm running a little later than normal, but I don't really have a hard stop today, so I'm gonna go into Guardian Angel Apex like I normally would and just see what I see. Well, the only thing I got in there was a small storage bin and a small dog or cat bed, and that was it. Yeah, it was kind of slim pickings today. Oh well, better luck next time is what I always say. Not the prettiest thing in the world to look at, but I wanted to show a picture of the front tire and say that the tire wear seems to be going good. I don't see any unevenness. I got down low and took a picture of the back tire also, and also looks fine. Well, something smells good that they're cooking in there today. Okay, I've been a good girl. I filled the cart with produce and bacon. I'm resisting, but it sure does look yummy. Well, it's packed again. Well, it's 3:30 and I'm leaving Whole Foods. I think I got everything I wanted. I hope I got everything I needed. I know I enjoyed my coffee drink that I had. Have a little bit of a headache, so I'm hoping the caffeine will knock her on out. Got a message from Joey, though, a few minutes ago that Panther and Tux got into another fight. Waiting to hear back from him what the status is. Hopefully it was a lot of noise and not a lot of hurt. Yeah, keeping my fingers crossed on that one. I know. I was here one time already today, and the women inside, they gave me a hard time too. But I got a message from Joey that he had an urgent need for school tomorrow, so let's just say that I handled that for him and he's good to go now. Well, good news. Both my boys seem to be okay after their skirmish. I don't see any cuts or anything on either one of them, so I'm relieved. Hey, buddy. Hey, Panther. Come here, bud.